Good morning, students. Today we will study class 9th, chapter 13, that is why do we fall ill. In previous lecture we had studied about what is the main difference between the health and diseases, and how these diseases are effective by our social environment and our personal hygiene. So in today's lecture we will discuss about the different means of spreading the disease and what are the main infecting agents. So here first is antibiotics. So as the name indicate, anti means against, biotic means life. So antibiotics are the organisms which fight against the foreign bodies which enters our body. So antibiotics mainly blocks the biochemical pathway important for bacteria. So um, they effect on the bacteria, viruses which attack on our body, and they are very effective against these bacteria. For example, penicillin and tetracycline are the main antibiotics. So many bacteria make a cell wall to protect themselves. So the antibiotics blocks the bacterial process that builds the cell wall. So mainly the function of antibiotic is blocking of that cell wall. So antibiotics works only against the bacteria, that not work against the viruses. So viruses are not affected by the antibiotics. Here the next topic is means of spread of infectious diseases. So here how the infectious diseases spread. So infectious diseases spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, vectors, physical contact and sexual contact. So here you can see the air transmitted diseases are easier to catch. So here you can see a person, the small droplets evaporate to droplet nuclei in this zone. So these are carried by the air, or these droplets are also fall down the on the surface. So in this way, in through air the diseases can be easily spread. So through air, by sneezing and coughing, the microbes spread into air and enter into the body of healthy person. So main diseases which are caused through air are common cold, tuberculosis and pneumonia. Next is through water. The microbes enter into our body by drinking, eating or polluted the contaminated water, food like cholera, amoebic dysentery, etc. Next is vectors. So some organism like female Anopheles mosquito also work as a vector of disease like malaria, dengue, yellow fever, etc. And the fourth is through sexual contact. Syphilis, AIDS spread by the sexual contact with infected person. The AIDS virus can also spread through the blood transfusion from mother to her child during pregnancy and through breastfeeding. So here the common method of transformation of diseases are transmission of diseases, that is direct contact, infected person or healthy person, there is direct contact or sexual contact by air. So here you can see by indirect contact, by food, by mosquito insect or by rabid animal. So here you can see how the diseases can be spread. So next is AIDS. So AIDS is a disease that is caused by the retrovirus that is called HIV. So here the full form of AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, and the full form of HIV is human immunodeficiency virus. Human immunodeficiency virus. Mainly this virus is weak the immune system of the body. So what are the methods of transmission of AIDS? So here are the methods of transmission of AIDS. Number 1, through sexual contact. Number 2, blood transfusion. Number three, use of infective needles or blade, etc. So whenever you go out for a test or any use of blade, you should be aware of that. It should be new. It should not be old one. So it may be infected also. This may also get transmitted from infected mother to her fetus. So there are certain prevention measures so that we can protect us from the AIDS. So number one is prevention of AIDS. Number one, avoid transformation of infected blood. So this can be done by testing whether the blood is HIV negative or not. Always use disposable needle and syringe. Avoid sexual contact with unknown person. Avoid same razor used in the saloon. So these are the main precautions that should be taken so that we can prevent ourselves from AIDS. Next is organ, that is specific and organ specific and tissue specific manifestation. So here a diseasing causing microbes enter the body by different means and go to different organs and tissue. So every microbes enter our body and affect our special organ or tissue. So microbes which enter through the nose are likely to go to lungs. So microbes which enter through the nose are likely to go to lungs. So the bacteria which cause tuberculosis of lungs. So the viruses they are go to through nose are effective on lungs. So microbes which enter through mouth are likely to stay in gut. So these bacteria causes typhoid. So in gut they causes typhoid, or if they enter in blood liver they causes jaundice. The viruses which causes AIDS enter the body through sexual organ during sexual contact and spread through the lymph to all the parts of the body and damage the immune system. So viruses which cause the Japanese encephalitis, brain fever, enter the body through mosquito bite and goes and infects the brain. So in this way, these viruses enters our body through different organ and causes the different diseases. So here next is the principles of treatment. So how these infectious diseases uh, can be treated. So the treatment of infectious diseases consists of two steps. They are reduce the effect of diseases symptoms and to kill the microbes which cause diseases. So we can prevent from these diseases by two methods. Number one, firstly we have to reduce its effect, and number two, and kill the microbes. So this can be done by taking medicines to bring down the effects of disease like fever, pain, or loose motions, and by taking bed rest to conserve our energy. So in this way we can reduce the effect of disease. To kill the microbe, this can be done by taking suitable antibiotic and drug which kill the microbe and diseases is cured. So in this way we can do the principle of treatment. So next is principles of prevention. So it can also be explained in two ways. So number one, general ways, and number two is specific ways. So in general ways of prevention, so public hygiene is most important for prevention of infectious diseases. Proper and sufficient food for everyone will make people healthy to resist the infection. So before any disease we can prevent ourselves by having public hygiene. Airborne diseases can be prevented by living in conditions that are not crowded, and waterborne diseases can be prevented by providing safe drinking water. So vector-borne diseases can be prevented by cleaning environment. So these are the general ways. So some are the specific ways of preventions. So the diseases specific measures which are used to fight them, it is done by immunization. So what is immunization? It is a process of introducing a weakened pathogen inside the body of the host to fool their immune system to produce antibodies against particular diseases. So immunization is, we have to cure ourselves before the diseases. So not only does our immune system fight the diseases, but also keep a memory of incident by keeping those antibiotics in blood. So in this way, that immunization helps our body uh, to cure for future. So next time, even if the diseases will strike the host body, will full vigor, the body will be able to protect itself. So it can also be done by vaccination programs done for infants. So vaccination programs as number one, polio program that can be done by every 6 months, then 1 year, after 2 years. In this way, the vaccination can be done um, for the infants. So here are the list of few diseases. You can see list of few diseases, that is malaria, typhoid, AIDS, and their pathogens and their carriers and their symptoms. So here are the few diseases you can see. So you should be learn these diseases and their symptoms for the examination point of view. Thank you.